Hello, everyone out there. Welcome back to Life is a Bowl of Cashews, where life is sweet, salty, and a little nutty. I'm Brian Hull, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Paul! Hello, humans.
Now, let's talk about some randomosity.
We need to make this a little more festive.
Whoa, where did those jingle bells come from? It's almost like we're doing a Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays, everybody!
Oh my goodness, my heart is filled with joy.
That was awesome! Oh my goodness. Oh, Brian.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, we need to talk about some randomosity with a Christmas twist.
Wait. Do it as the Grinch.
I don't know if that would work. All right, everyone, it's time to do some randomosity with a Christmas twist for all of you holiday aficionados out there.
Yay!
I hope you're happy.
We're going to talk about Christmas and
Yes.
holidays and
Yes.
happiness
Yes.
and winter
Yes.
and presents
Okay.
and cookies and
Yep.
food
Yep.
and all the goodness. Okay,
Yes.
here we go. Presents.
Mm-hmm.
I love them.
I know you do. I just gave you your Christmas present early.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, wait. Please hold. So, we've been watching Lego Masters.
Yes.
And such a good show. If you ever want to watch it, you
I
can
maybe
watch it.
have a small crush on Brickmaster Amy.
Who doesn't have a small crush on Brickmaster Amy?
It's the accent.
She is a pretty
Her accent is
stunning
amazing.
individual.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've been watching it, and then I'm like, I want to build Legos, and Brian's like, I want to build Legos, and I'm like, I want to build Legos too, even though I already said that. And so he went out and he bought an office Lego set. And
Yes.
we've been building Legos.
We've been building this, like you can build the office from the office. So like
good.
Michael's office and like Pam's desk and
It's fun.
Dwight's desk and all the desks.
All the desks. And
Even though we've only built one desk so far.
Pam's desk.
Oh no, okay, technically two because we built Michael's desk.
Yes. Pam and Michael's desk.
But we built the photocopier.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
And I made Daryl like photocopy his butt.
It was pretty funny. I was pretty excited about that. My wife was like, really?
No, she laughed. She thought it was funny. You said really.
Oh, that's true.
She laughed.
That was pretty cool. So then he got me a Christmas gift that he gave me early.
I did.
And it was a bonsai tree, but Legos. And you can change out the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. And it's for my office. And I am super duper excited about it.
And you got
Anyways,
me my Christmas present, but it's not gonna
I
be.
did.
It's gonna take a while to get here.
But I haven't heard anything from them, so I
Oh,
hope I
no.
didn't just give random people money.
Oh no, that's a legit site. I've done that.
Oh, okay.
No, because
Okay.
I've gotten stuff from them before. There's this website
Oh,
called.
I saw that online.
Yeah. That's what it came from.
Oh.
So yeah, when I was at Comic-Con, if y'all saw my Comic-Con video, you saw this. There is a group that makes toys, or not toys. They are collectible action figures.
Yes.
It's specifically from a line called Beasts of the Mesozoic, and I am a giant dino nerd. So they make as scientifically accurate as possible models of dinosaurs, and will make them super articulate, so you can put them in all these different poses. There's like, I have a Medusa Ceratops, and he's got like 20 points of articulation, so I can put him in all these different poses. It's so much fun.
Which is actually kind of cool.
It is really cool, and I love how scientifically accurate they are because I'm a nerd.
Yes, you are.
So at some point I want to get more, but I bought that one at Comic-Con, and it's like one of my favorite things ever. So you got me a Velociraptor from that set.
I did.
And you were shocked because like you just I know you ordered it like 4 days ago, and you're like, well, it hasn't shipped yet. I'm like, well, of course it's not shipped yet. I pre-ordered a T-Rex from them in August, and I still haven't gotten it.
It's insane.
But that's the thing, is like, well, I pre-ordered it knowing that it was going to take a while, and they've been keeping me updated, going like, hey, we haven't forgot about you. Here's your thing. So it takes a while, but when you get them, I think it's worth every second of waiting. I really do.
It's because he's a nerd.
I am a nerd. And I saw they're working on Carnotaurus, and I'm like, yes!
I don't know what any of those words meant.
Carnotaurus. You've seen Disney's Dinosaur. You know, it's like a T-Rex, but it's got big old bull horns. It's got a short face, even smaller arms. Remember, and we watched Prehistoric Planet. It's the one that had the arms.
That's the one?
That's a Carnotaurus.
I love that one. I can't begin to explain how adorable the hands were.
If y'all have not watched Prehistoric Planet, go watch it.
And it was so sad at the end. Like, really, lady? It's messed up.
Oh, that part. I was like, at the end of the whole thing, what, lady?
No.
Oh, I know what you mean
the
now.
rejection of that poor dinosaur.
Yeah, the Carnotaurus.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is about Christmas.
Yes.
So, even though...
Who doesn't talk about dinosaurs at Christmas? I do.
If our editor can put in crickets... It is Christmas time, and I'm super excited, and I'm going to say that is Jesus season for me.
Okay.
Amen. Anyway, so I love Christmas for many and many reasons. It has kind of lost its flair to me over the last, adult years.
I will admit I don't get into it as much as a child, but it's still pretty high.
It's still fun.
It's still great.
It's the weather. I love it. And it's in, we live in California, and it is always pretty good weather around here. But it's been actually kind of cold, and I've been very excited about this.
Yeah.
I've been wearing sweaters.
I know you have.
I've been drinking a lot of hot tea.
You have every night.
I have been building Legos with my bestie.
That's right.
His name is Ryan.
Oh, really? I don't know this Ryan.
Well, because he's my best friend, and you don't know anything about him. Anyway, he's a voice actor. You don't know him.
Oh, yeah. I've never heard of him.
My best friend is Dracula, and you don't know him, and you're not successful like him. So, there.
You're right. I don't know him.
Don't try to copy Ryan.
I know.
His name's Ryan Ball.
Ryan Ball.
You heard me. And he loves Christmas as much as I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so Ryan Ball and I do that. Anyway, so then there's getting together with family.
Yes.
And eating all the food, which I think I've gained already at least 62 pounds. And all the chocolate that I can't eat because when I do, I poop my pants.
Yeah, your wife had to hide the chocolate from you.
Okay, first of all, we're going to talk about that for a minute because I blame her. So let's talk about the chocolate incident of 2022.
It wasn't really an incident.
It was to me.
Okay.
So, and perspective is my reality. That's stupid. Don't ever live that way. So let me tell you a couple things.
Okay.
She buys this like plastic bin of chocolate and it has like 27,000 pounds in it and it's little squares and they're thick and I'm like, what is that? She's like, oh, they're dark chocolate with caramel. And I'm like, oh, my nemesis. So of course I'm gonna eat my nemesis. So I open it up.
Can we just take that sentence out of context? Because someone out there just go like, of course I have to eat my nemesis.
Don't eat, people.
Of course I have to eat my nemesis - Paul 2022.
Of course I have to eat my nemesis. So it's chocolate. Chocolate's my nemesis.
If anybody listening shows them in my live streams, I want to see that in a live stream in the chat. Just, of course you eat your enemies.
Well,
I need to hear that.
Of course
I need to see that typed.
Paul 2022. So anyway, that. And so I'm like, cool. So I start eating one. I ate one, which turned into 2, which turned into 7. And which maybe have turned into 10. And the point is, I did that all within 2 hours. So my wife was like, you're going to kill yourself because I can't eat chocolate and milk. And I started getting pain in my tum-tums.
I wonder why.
Right? I don't know. I don't blame me at all. I don't take any responsibility for my actions. And my wife hid the barrel of chocolate from me. Hid it. I can't find it anywhere. I've looked. I'm not a good looker, though.
I was about to say, I know where she hid it. You apparently weren't looking very hard.
Oh, I'm going to get it from you. Speaking of not looking well, if I was a seeker in Harry Potter, I wouldn't do good at it.
Okay, that came out of nowhere.
Because I said I'm not a good looker.
Oh, seeker.
I'm not a bad looker, Wait, that doesn't make sense. Like, I'm a good looker. Like,
I thought you were talking about your
good
appearance
looks?
for a second. I was
yeah,
like, well, don't be
no.
knocking on yourself.
No, I'm not ugly. I just was like, no, I'm not a good looker for things.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You were
so
bad
I
at
be
searching.
a good seeker at Harry Potter.
You were bad at searching for
Bam,
things.
movie reference.
Yes.
Anyway, back to Christmas and holidays. Okay, so in the comments, I want to know what holiday you celebrate during the month of November and December, because that could be anything, because there's a gajillion holidays.
Yes.
And I would like to know what holidays you as people, you as people, you guys celebrate. Okay, Brian.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Christmas? Go.
My favorite thing about Christmas is this is going to sound kind of weird because so many people would disagree with this, but I feel like things kind of slow down around Christmas. Like, you get that crazy anxiety rush, like, before it happens, sure. You definitely get that. But, like, once you get off of work, are you okay?
I don't want you to say, I didn't think you would notice.
It's kind of hard to not say anything when you're over here just, like, turn yourself into a Humpty Dumpty egg trying to get around a microphone.
I didn't want it to make noise. Okay, all right, I'm good. All right, continue.
Well, there is that initial surge of, like, everyone's got to go get their right Christmas present. They're all stressed for a little bit, but it's like once you get off of work, once the kids are off of school, once everyone's together, I just feel like everything just slows down for a little bit. And it's like you get to take a big breath before the next year. And you just get to, it's just, your family's all home.
Yep.
Your dad will probably fall asleep watching football like mine does.
Does your dad do that?
Oh, all the time.
My dad just falls asleep, period.
Yeah, it's like my dad will go, he'll turn on a show about, 10 or 15 minutes into the show, I hear a not too far from me. And I'm like, okay, yep, dad fell asleep.
Dad's out.
And then my mom will sit there going like, she'll be mouthing to me like, Brian, your dad fell asleep. I'll be like, yep. And 5 minutes later, she's out too. So I'm just sitting there watching whatever show it is while they're both asleep. And then I've got the dogs with me.
See, that's comforting.
That is comforting. It's like I said, it's one of my favorite things about, it's one of the reasons why sunrise is my favorite time of day.
Yeah, makes sense.
I feel like the second the sun is just about to peek over the horizon line, I feel like did I tell you about this experience?
Maybe not.
I was when I was in college, I took a walk on our college campus, and I'm an early bird, so I was out really early before the sun rose, and I was just out taking a walk. It was a beautiful morning, and then right before the sun rose, the birds that I heard chirping stopped. Everything around me, the wind seemed to like stop for a second. Everything just got really quiet, and it's like the world just took a second to go. And then the sun came up, and then all the noises started back up again, and I was just like,
whoa.
I know, right? Either maybe they were just quiet the whole time, but no, I remember vividly thinking things just got really quiet.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just felt like everything just took a big breath. Weird. Sun peaked up, then the birds started again, and everything kept going, and I'm like, that was one of my favorite moments.
That's crazy.
So I'm just like,
that's actually beautiful.
Yeah, and that's what I look for in life now. Anywhere I can find that, yes. And I feel like Christmas, especially in my older age, is that. So in some ways, I appreciate Christmas more now. Because when I was a kid, it was always about the presents. I want the toys. I want the stuff. But now I'm like, I don't care what anybody gets me. You want to give me a pair of socks? Cool. Did I get my moment to breathe from the year?
Is so accurate.
Yeah.
Like, that is actually super accurate, because that is that is kind of how I look at it now too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look at it about presents anymore.
Yeah, because it's like I'm happy to get something cool, and especially if there's thought put behind it.
Oh yeah,
that means a lot. Like, I was really when you said that you wanted to find something for me at Beasts of the Mesozoic, I was like, oh, you listened. That meant something. That's
because
cool.
I think you're a nerd doesn't mean I'm not going to listen.
Well, no, even then, like, that wasn't even stuff on my radar. I was sitting there thinking, oh, I'm probably going to get something like a gift card to Disney or a gift card to somewhere, which is totally fine. I love gift cards. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But the fact that you came up with that, and I was like, was actually really
I
cool.
just
and
wanted you
that
to
meant
pick it
stuff.
out because I don't
Yeah.
know everything about Darnold. And I was gonna come up here to see what you have, but I was just like, I don't want. I'm too lazy. So then I just asked pick something, and you did.
Yeah, I picked a Velociraptor.
That's not what they sound like. That's a cat.
I mean, we don't know what they sounded like. They did not sound like they sounded on Jurassic
How do
Park.
we do this on this podcast? We're talking about Christmas, and it segues into the most weirdest conversations that are non-Christmas related.
Oh, think about it. That's the whole thing of cashews.
Thank you.
You go in expecting one thing and you
Agreed.
get something completely different.
Agreed.
Yes. But anyways, back to all this is like, yeah, you were saying that's how you feel.
What? Oh yeah. No. Ow, that hurt my thumb. That is how I feel, and it's lately, especially when I turned like 30, and I'm 38 now because I'm old. But when I turned 30, and I was just like, people are like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I'm like, "Nothing. I'm okay. I have everything I need. Thank God." Like,
Yeah.
thank the Lord. Like,
We're in very great places.
like it's a good thing. And I've been, I've been very fortunate to experience these things. And so I don't want anything, like, and that comes from a place of like, I know this is so getting on my pedestal, but like that comes from a total place of privilege where I can say I don't want anything.
Yeah.
So I totally acknowledge that. But yeah, like when people ask me, I'm like, I don't really want anything. Just being around my family honestly is enough. And being able to, like, for me, coming from a Christian perspective, I'm happy I get to be around my family and celebrate the fact that, my God came from a, throne of glory down to crap. And then from crap, he died on a cross. So, like, that's Easter, though. We're not going to be there yet.
Well, I mean, it starts here and goes to
Lisa
Easter.
calls it Zombie Jesus Day.
Well, that's Easter.
I can't with that day. I love Lisa and David. Anyway, so yeah, so like those two things kind of collide for me during this season.
Yeah.
And like being with, with Jesus and family, I think those are the biggest things. But everyone else has different perspectives. So like I love hearing about other people's perspectives. Like, is it the gifts for them? Is it being around family? Is it just being around family drinking hot cocoa? I would have people tell me, like, I love during the holidays, I like asking my patients, like, so what are you doing for the holidays? And they're like, well, that is if, I can't talk to them about that. But when I can, it's a great thing to talk about. And, their perspective is so unique. And I love that. So
Yeah.
I'm like, this is awesome. So in the comments again, tell us what you're going to do for your holidays.
Yes.
I'm so excited
Let us
to
know.
I'm going to read them and like them.
Oh,
and
good.
maybe comment on them.
You should.
Does that do anything? Commenting?
Yeah.
Do people actually read the comments? Yeah, they do. What am I talking about?
Yeah. Well, I'm about to say, and
No,
comments help the videos to do well.
Do they?
Yeah.
Comment, people. Like and comment. Is that why everyone says like, comment, and subscribe?
Yes.
Why not subscribe, like, and comment? No, like, comment, this rolls off the tongue better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, because it's called engagement. The more viewers engage, click the like button or even the dislike button, the more they're engaging with the content to where they enjoyed it so much they feel like they need to comment or do something like that. The algorithm sees that going like, oh, they really liked this, so let's put it to more people.
Nice. Do it, people. So, yeah, that is why but yeah, my perspective's totally changed to that. It used to be presents. It used to be just like,
I feel like every
blah,
kid's
blah,
was
blah.
present.
Can I tell you a story about when I was a chitlin and a little ragazzi and what happened?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably like, I wasn't that little. I was like 13. And okay, so my mom goes, what do you want for Christmas? And at the time, mind you people, I'm 38, okay? At the time, I wanted the new Nintendo 64.
I was just about to say, that's one of the Christmases I remember.
Right?
Was my Nintendo 64 that I got, and another year I got a
love it.
trampoline.
Yes,
I remember those
didn't get a
vividly.
trampoline, but I definitely got an N64. So I wanted an N64, and I was all excited about it, right? So my mom would always, many parents will buy early and then put it under the tree, obviously. Kind of how Christmas works. But
Yeah, that's typically how you do it.
typically that is unique to some and not unique to others. So anyway, she goes, okay, obviously do not open the Christmas, the Christmas tree. Don't open the gifts under the tree. And I'm
Did
like,
you wrap the tree?
did I? Wow, that would be intense. Those pine needles would break through. So I was like, okay, Mom, I'm not gonna. But I knew she got it for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my best friend at the time came over, and he was all like talking about, my N64 that I'm going to get, and we're going to totally play it after Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, because we're totally cool 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
And
Totally cool.
I had the bright idea to try to find the present and open it. So I did.
Oh, this is going to end badly.
So let me tell you what happened.
Oh, no.
So I went around the Christmas tree, and I'm looking for a present that resembles the box of an N64.
Which is a rectangle, so good luck with that.
Well, of all the presents that year my mom bought, weren't that shape.
No, only one was a rectangle.
Only one was a rather heavy rectangle.
Oh,
and it was a rectangle.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay. So I turn it upside down, and I peek into it, and there's my N64, and I'm like, oh, I found it. So I strategically took a razor blade.
Oh no!
Yep. So I strategically turned it over, and I got a razor blade, and I removed the tape, and I opened it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. And I kept it intact. I kept the wrapping intact. Like, it was pretty amazing what I did.
So this is starting to sound like as precision as the beginning of Arthur Christmas, where they had to go in through the robin.
Yes, that was me.
That? Oh
that was
gosh.
me with like laser focus. So I take my N64 out, but Brian, I don't have a game. Well, guess what? My mom happened to buy one, and the one I wanted.
Which game was that?
It was actually, there was one that was called Bumble something that was like a bee game. It was actually pretty cool.
I remember hearing about that one.
And then Mario. But
Super Mario 64?
I found the bee one.
Wait, was it Super Mario 64?
Yeah,
Or
64.
Oh, okay.
So I found the bee one. So I unwrapped it the same way, and my best friend and I, we played it for like hours because my mom was at work. So like an hour before I knew my mom was going to get home, we stopped playing. I wrap everything back up. I put it into the package, and I'm like, okay, let me just put it back in the wrapping. I couldn't put it back in the wrapping. I couldn't. It just would not go back the same way. It wouldn't fold the same way.
You never know. Oh, gosh.
It would not do what I wanted to do.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm screwed. So I put it in there, and it rips. The wrapping paper rips.
No.
And my mom didn't have any more of that wrapping paper.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I like try to disguise it the best I can. I put it in the back of the tree. I do everything I can. My mom comes home. No one notices anything. Christmas Eve.
Oh, no.
My mom's looking at the tree, and she's all like, well, that's strange. I go, what? And she goes, that present looks a little, whatever. And she ignored it. Okay, cool. I'm thinking I got away with it, right?
Oh, there's no way you got away
with it. No, my mom's smart. And you've met my mom. She's crazy.
There's no way. There's no way you got away with it.
You don't get by stuff like that with my mom.
No.
So the next day I wake up in the morning, and she's like, okay, we're opening presents, blah, blah, blah. My Nintendo's not there.
It's not there?
No, my Nintendo's not there. I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm not supposed to know that I have this Nintendo system, and I'm not really supposed to know about any of it. So I'm like, what do I do? So I kind of just left it there. I'm like, okay, thanks, Mom. I'm so excited for all the gifts, pretending that, I don't notice my N64 is not there. I'm all mad. And so I look at my mom, and I'm like, thanks so much. She goes, you don't want to know where your Nintendo 64 is?
Oh.
And I'm all like, so what are you talking about? And she goes, please. And she goes, you opened it, you played it, I'm not stupid. And I'm like, yes, I did. I couldn't touch my Nintendo 64 for a week.
Oh, that's terrible.
She hid it.
Ah!
She didn't just hide it, Brian. You know what my mother, who's crazy, did? So my mom worked in the hospital for a very long time, for 35 years in the trauma unit. She took the Nintendo to work and kept it in her trunk or in the office. She took it away for 1 week. And then I finally got to play it, but I learned a lesson.
See, it's times like that, when I was young enough, especially for the N64, that I was so gullible and just believed every word my parents told me that I never even thought that those things would be under. Because I'd ask them, it's just like, Mom, Dad, can we get a Nintendo 64? No, son, we don't have it in the budget this year. Oh, okay. then it's under the tree. Oh my gosh, you did it! They pulled it on me like 5 times,
I'm
and I
like,
still never caught
your
on.
Dad said that? I never thought your dad would use the word budget.
Oh no, he totally did.
But yeah, so that's my sad Christmas, my happy, funny, sad Christmas story. Or the time that my mom bought a brand new like CD player for the house, and I broke in through the window and I stepped on it, and I literally stepped and broke this $1,000, because at the time that's how much they were. Radio.
Oh yeah, because CD players were top of the line.
Yeah,
It's
and that was
hysterical
her
now.
Christmas gift. I
Oh,
broke it
gosh.
in half.
It's hysterical now, just how much money we spent on like CD players and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Especially because now it's like, oh, these are worthless, basically.
Now, yeah, nowadays it's super worthless. It's crazy. But that, my friend, was that. Do you have any fun Christmas stories? What's a fun Christmas story you have?
Well, there is one that I remember. I don't know. It's definitely not to your level of drama and stuff.
I was just stupid as what I was.
But I think I was in high school around this time. And it was near Christmas, and my mom was trying to figure out what I wanted. And honestly, I didn't really want a whole lot at this time. And I go with her to Costco. And like movies are the very first thing you see. And of course, me being me with movies, the Blu-ray had just become a big deal. And so I walk over and I'm just looking at all the Blu-rays because I even if I have it on DVD, I will buy it again on Blu-ray because I need that upgraded quality because I'm a nerd. So I'm looking around and I see this pack of the first 3 Jurassic Park movies. Jurassic World hadn't come out yet. So I was like, oh, this is really cool. I put it down. I turn around, we walk a little bit, and I look at the shopping cart. And my mom grabbed it, put it in the cart, put her purse on top of it, thinking I wouldn't see it when it's just sitting right there. And I'm like,
hard to miss, Mom.
wow, Mom. I didn't say anything to her at the time because I wanted her to think she was slick. And
so
then I
slick.
kept that in
So slick.
until Christmas morning or Christmas Eve when I get this one. It's like from Mom and Dad. And I look at her and said, oh, is this a Jurassic Park Blu-rays? And her face was, oh, how did you know? And I was just like, I saw you put it in the shopping cart underneath your purse. And my dad just laughed. He's just like, thought you were slick there, Melody, huh? I don't know why. I thought that was hilarious.
Mrs. Hall. Poor Mrs. Hall.
Oh, it was fine. We all had a good laugh about it. After that, she's just like, I don't want to keep secrets anymore because you know it all anyway. You know all the stuff we're going to get
it's kind of hard to miss when you put it under your purse.
Yeah, well, especially
Come
now.
on.
Especially now that I don't even live there anymore. They're just like, hey, what do you want? I'll say like, I guess this. Cool.
It's just so much easier.
It really is.
Like, come on.
It is. It's like I try to keep, my sister and I try to keep things secret among at least
them.
parent to parent.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'll go to my mom, like we'll both go to my mom saying like, hey, what does Dad want? Or we'll both go to my dad going like, hey, what does Mom want? But for the most part, we really try to put a lot of thought into that because, you know, when we were kids, we weren't giving them presents at all.
Right.
And now that we're older, we can put the thought and the money in. We want to get them like good stuff.
Right.
But it's kind of funny. It's like the more we're trying now, they're doing less because they're just like, what do you want? Cool, you got it. It's like it's not even, they don't even try to hide it anymore.
See, it's because it's kind of useless at our ages.
At our
like,
age, it
no,
really
you
is.
don't
It's
need
like,
to.
because there's very little they could surprise me with. And honestly, I don't need the surprise. I'm just there to spend time with them and just to have that calming moment like I talked about.
Yeah.
That's
And
what matters the most.
And that is what matters most. And
Yeah.
you know, for those who are listening, I hope that you guys can have a magical Christmas and holiday.
Glitter.
Oh my god, I love glitter. David, oh my god.
Pixie dust.
David got me. Did you see my mug? You saw my mug. The mug that he got me.
I think I
Speaking
did.
of glitter.
Yes.
It says
The unicorn one, right?
Yeah, it's a horse standing next to a unicorn doing like this dance on a pole, and it says other social workers, and then it says me, and I'm the unicorn. And I'm like, yes, that is me.
I did see that one. Yeah, they got me a mug too. It was a little dachshund in Christmas wear.
Mine's better. I'm sorry.
No,
it is.
the dachshund is so long it goes all the way across the
Okay, that's
the
actually kinda
mug. It's
cute.
really cute,
But I am a glittery.
and it's like the same
unicorn
color as
social worker.
Sandy. So
Okay. So this is going to be kind of a shorter episode. It's not going to be like a 40-minute one because it's a holiday episode, and you guys shouldn't be concentrating on the episode. You should be concentrating on your family. And so I want to wish you guys the happiest of merries of Christmases and the holidays. And if you aren't able to be with your family, I hope that we can provide you some comfort during this time and some sense of community. And I wish you all the merriest of holidays, like I said, and glitter and happiness and joy. And Jesus loves you. That's important to know. And we love you, and happy holidays.
Yes, I second all of that. And I also want to make a short note to mention there's probably going to be a couple of weeks where we will not post an episode just because we're spending time with our families.
Yes.
But we will be back in January. And unlike Bippity Boppity Bros, because I told Paul this, that we'd probably take a couple weeks. And he just said, no, the last time we put a hiatus, we didn't come back. And I'm like, well, we also were both sick and tired of that podcast. Yes, we're not sick and tired of this one. He's like, okay, we're not
trying to make this big.
So, yes, we're going to be gone for probably a week or two.
Yes.
But then I promise we will be back in January.
We will be back with
We will be back.
vengeance.
Yes. So, yeah, this is not a Bippity Boppity Bros again.
No.
Especially because we've already got ideas for more episodes when we get back. So, hope you guys all have a happy holiday. A merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you celebrate. Happiness we give to you. And we'll see you guys in January.
Happy holidays.
Bye.